Welcome to episode 41 of Reverse the Relapse. And today we are talking about how to break up with the scales. You're in the right place if you're ready to stop the sabotage and weight regain post weight loss surgery and start losing again. Hi, I'm Georgie Beams. I'm a psychologist who works in the area of emotional eating, sabotage, and weight regain for weight loss surgery patients. I work both in a weight loss surgery clinic as well as supporting women online to reverse the relapse. I honestly believe that psychology should be a mandatory part of everyone's weight loss surgery journey. Your body has had an upgrade to version 2.0 after surgery, but your mind has been operating at version 1.0. You're here to update your mind to match your body and get back on your weight loss path, and I'm here to help you. So first of all, I just wanted to say thank you so much. So many of you reached out after my last podcast episode. If you listened to last week, it was a really tough week. One of my friends' husbands passed away. Harvey started school that week. There was just a lot going on. So I just wanted to say a big heartfelt thanks to you all. Thank you for listening, and an extra big hug and kiss to everyone that reached out to me personally. So I just want you to know that I really appreciated it. So let's get into today's topic around how to break up with the scales. So this question came up last week in my group. So one of my gorgeous participants in my program, she asked a question of me around, like, how do I break my addiction with the scales? So I understand that if you have been weighing yourself for many years, you can really come to rely on it. It can become a habit. So what I find is that when women are addicted to the scales, they are seeing it as a way to keep them in control, right? So they think, we're going to unpack that a bit more today. And the flip side is, they believe that if they don't weigh themselves, that they are worried that they will then feel out of control and therefore be out of control with their eating, right? So if they're not weighing themselves, that feeling, that anxious feeling of feeling out of control and then going straight to the cupboard for the food. So I've got some participants on my program that were weighing themselves 10 times a day when they first started working with me. And the thing is, there's so much fear and so much anxiety and worry that underpins this weighing. And here's the thing, that no one signed up to have weight loss surgery anticipating that they would be weighing themselves 10 times a day. So you signed up to have a healthy relationship with food, right? And your weight that's actually not driven by fear and anxiety and worry. And it's about trust and feeling free, yeah? And living your best life. That does not equate to weighing yourself and being addicted to the scales. And yet it continues, these behaviors and this thinking continues after surgery. So the issue about the scales is that it can really play massive mind games with you. And I want to share a recent example as well. So another one of my participants, she was hovering around a certain weight and she just couldn't get below it. And what happened is she just recently cracked that number just last week. So she got below it. So this was a big block for her, this big block, and she got there, right? And we did some work around that. And guess what happened? She had a binge that night, right? And it was very unexpected. So here's an example of, rather than trying to keep you in control, this can lead to feeling and being out of control. Weighing yourself in this way and being addicted to the scales can take you off your path. Just like this example I shared, even when you don't think it will, or you're not expecting that it does. So the risk here is that some women, once they're off their path, okay, they can stay there in that sabotage zone for some time. And when you're in that sabotage zone, yeah, you feel like you're in that rut, it feels really disempowering. And then you feel like spiraling downward, and it's not good for your physical health, and it's really, really not good for your mental health. Now, I can understand that going cold turkey with your relationship with the scales is a pretty dramatic breakup. So that is one option for you. But for many of you, that's probably going to feel a bit too much. So here's what I suggest. I suggest that what you do is start by coming up with a frequency that doesn't feel too overwhelming, but something that also stretches you a little bit outside your comfort zone. So for instance, if you're weighing yourself 10 times a day, can you start at once or twice a day? If you're weighing yourself every day, could you maybe look at 3 times a week? Yeah. If you're weighing yourself once a week, in time, can you look at maybe once a fortnight? We want to actually really build up that trust that you have in yourself and keep you on your path. So the bottom line is, the reason why many of you are addicted to the scales is because you don't trust yourself. And if you don't weigh yourself, you don't trust that you'll end up putting on weight. And this just comes down to all or nothing thinking. So when you upgrade your mind to version 2.0, you can feel free around the scales and still feel in control around food and your weight. But right now, for many of you, it's an or. So I'm either weighing myself and in control, or I'm not weighing and I'm putting on weight. And this is all or nothing thinking, because I have shared examples where this doesn't happen. There are so many people that still weigh themselves and they put on weight. Okay. So I want you to check in with your fears around reducing your weigh-ins. What are you worried that is going to happen? And I want you to start to really challenge this thinking. So I would then continue to play around with the frequency and keep challenging yourself around this, because ultimately you want to get to a point where the scales don't have all of this power over you. All right, I hope this helped. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now. If you loved the content in this podcast, you have to come and check out my one-on-one coaching program. We work together for 3 months to get you back in control and change your relationship with food for good. Now, I only have limited places available every month. So go to my website and click Work With Me. That's www.georgiebeams.com. See you over there.